The views expressed on this podcast are that of the host. This topic of UFOs is full of governments, charlatans, thieves, and loads of shit. For your listening enjoyment, put on your tinfoil hat, turn off all the lights in the home, and sit in complete silence because the probe is armed. Don't be scared if you're touched. Lastly, the UFO talk is explicit and your virgin mind is about to get fried. Let's get the show started.
This is the Tempest Universe.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the Tempest Universe. I'm your host, Manny. Fresh from a vacation, a little bit of holiday time, away from the madness. And, it never fails. Monday is just one of those days where no matter how much time away you take, the bullshit just waits at your door. It lurks. Just waiting to probe you the moment you get back. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, some people, I'm gonna just be honest. Some people are just assholes, to be honest. Some people are genuinely suck the life out of everything, and they're stars of Monday. They're the ones who are there to make your Monday just seem like pure shit. So I welcome you to the podcast. Hopefully we can go away from the madness of Monday and head into Tuesday like champions after today's episode, because we got stuff. We got stuff to talk about. Can I be honest? There's one report I didn't use because it kind of gave this reporting on data when it comes to UFO sightings that, when this UAP report from the government first came out, I just had this inkling that this was going to happen, and that is that all of a sudden there's a drop in UFO reports. Now, let's just go back to the fact that a lot of the UFO sightings and reports actually increased during the Wuhan flu because people were at home. They had nothing better to do. They couldn't leave their houses, especially with Shittergate going on. I mean, they needed to stay by the toilet. But they spent some time in their backyards, looking at the sky or whatever, and they started seeing strange shit. So they started reporting a little more, thanks to the Wuhan flu. But now that things are slightly going back to normal, there's a report out of, I think, Ohio, that there was a significant drop in UFO reports. And, the year before that, there was an increase. The year before that, there was an increase. Because people had nothing better to do than to look at the sky. Well, now it's back to work. Now you got to go to the office. Now you got to travel. There's no time to look in the sky. It's done. So now we got this big drop. So I don't know if the UAP report had something to do with that. That middle school report that came out from some middle school in the middle of the United States. That was written partially in crayon with no red ink because that's horrible. Can't put fucking red ink on paper. So I feel like that's the deal, man. That somehow the UAP report and the loss of the Wuhan flu in many places has caused a drop in people looking to the sky. There you go. Maybe we need a Wuhan flu all the time. Every once in a while to get us to look somewhere else for answers. For fuck's sake, because no one else is going to give you any answers. That's for sure. We got 4 articles. One of them has an audio recording, which will be our second article for today. It is interesting, to say the least, because we have another UFO sighting by pilots from FedEx. Pretty interesting. The audio itself is almost 5 minutes long, but it gives you that raw reaction of a UFO sighting while it's happening. In the air, over 37,000 feet in the air, as a matter of fact. So there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. This is your UFO. It just adopted you. So live it, love it, and tell your friends about it. I was supposed to have a intro music. There was Christmas. Because I said, you know what? I'm going to torture everyone for 2 whole fucking months. About Christmas music. So why not, right? I figure let's do this. And, well, the intro didn't come out with Christmas music, but I do have the first song for tonight, which is Christmas-esque, kind of Christmassy. So I'm going to hit you up with this, and then we'll get to the first article of tonight. So let's get it. Telling you, by the next few days, the whole freaking intro, everything, the disclosure about the podcast is going to be all jingly and all Kris Kringle on you. So you get ready for it because it's coming. Australia, where is Dave? Where is Dave from down under? Because I need to talk to him about this. What the hell's going on? Let me see if he's in the live chat right now. Let's see, Dave, kangaroo, no koalas, nope. No, he's not there. Dave, this message is for you from the defense people down in Australia, part of the Royal Australian Air Force. The chief, the head Australian in charge of the Air Force, what's his name here? Marshal Mel Humpfeld. Apparently they questioned him. Yeah, the Senate. They said, hey, Humpfeld. Not even Hump. There's no M in there. It's Hupfeld. They said, hey, what about these UFO reports, buddy? From the U.S., the Americans. He was like, how can anybody miss that? I just want to know. For fuck's sake, Australia. It was like 9 fucking pages. Like, you guys could have at least read it. It was in English. You guys could have read the shit. But he says, no, man, I heard about it in the news and stuff, and people were talking about it. But, no, I never even look at it. That's really what Humfeld said. Air Marshal Humfeld told the committee, the Senate, out in Australia, that he's seen some people talking about it on the news, but nope, he did not take the moment, not one fucking moment to read the shit. Not a single moment. Like, he doesn't care. Not even interested. So the Senate, for some reason, was asking him about it. He says, hey, listen, let's be honest. I don't see no reports about UAPs in Australia, dude. Not a single one. How can this be? We see reports from Australia all the damn time. Hell, Australia has a history of UAP, UFO. They've got the history. It's not something new. He says, I'm not familiar with, nor have I seen any reports or information regarding UAPs in an Australian airspace context. Okay, there's no Air Force-led task force that looks into this phenomenon. They really don't give no fucks. That really is what it is. Like, there is a wall of non-UFO activity over Australia. The whole entire fucking island. It's completely, like, just kept secret from ET. Nobody goes over that shit. He said it's not possible for me to determine whether the JORN, which stands for the Jindali Operational Radar Network, or JORN, would see something like an unusual airborne phenomena without knowing the construction materials or the performance parameters of such an object, if indeed it was an object. Like, he's literally talking to them in circles. Could you imagine their heads while he was up there talking about all this nonsense that makes no sense? Foreign Minister Maurice Payne started to joke about it. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? What is this? And she said the first time she'd ever had witnessed the Parliament examination on a topic of UFO was this one incident. She said, I can say with some confidence that after over 2 decades of participating in the Senate estimates process, this is the first occasion on which, in any capacity, I've had the opportunity to observe a conversation and a question and answer session on such an issue. Like, they literally do not talk about it at all. Like, it never happens there. I really don't understand what the hell is going on. Like I said, Australia has a rich issue with UFOs. UAPs, if you want to, if you're nasty, over their airspace. So why the Royal Australian Air Force would not even give any fucks about it is kind of weird. Entirely strange that they're not even concerned. Not one bit. But the funny thing is that the UK said the same thing. They said, oh great, the Americans, those dumb Americans again. The Americans put out the report. They had no damn inkling whatsoever to even consider putting out their own UAP report. They're like, we're not going to get involved in that. We don't give any damns about it. We're not going to do it. Fuck the Americans. Fuck you, America. We're not going to get into this. So now we have the UK, we have Australia saying no. We're not going to put out a report. We're not going to use our committees. We're not going to use our parliamentary powers in order to make anyone report shit to us because we give no fucks. This really is a strange situation from two countries which have a rich history of UFO, UAP incidents. So I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on this one. Though, historically, it appears that the Australian government is a little bit difficult on a lot of things. They're a bit bullish. So why not UFOs as well? Completely nuts. Completely nuts. I would believe that a place that has their own fairly powerful Parks Observatory at their disposal, who has some time dedicated to looking to alien technosignatures, would be interested in their people, their citizens, reporting unidentified aircraft over their sovereign skies, if you will. It could be they give no fucks. Could be they don't care who the hell is flying over their skies, because they're okay with it. But fuck, they probably can't do anything about it. Let them fly over it. Who cares? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what's going on with the Royal Australian Air Force and their head chief saying that he really doesn't care about it. They didn't even read it. I mean, come on, guys, it really, 9 fucking pages. Of the 9 pages, you only read it, you needed to read like maybe 4. And even then, only one of them was identified as a Mylar balloon. The rest, unidentified. So you guys would have been okay. There was no need for tinfoil hats. No need to pull out your military-issued prober. None of those. No need to call the kangaroo brigade. All those muscle-bound kangaroos out there. No need to arm them up to the teeth. None of that. You just could have read the damn report. That's it. Act like you care. What the fuck? Anyway, it just really strange for me. For any country who says they're a sovereign country and they need to protect themselves, and, they have citizens, to actually say they don't give a flying fuck about UFOs or UAPs if you're nasty. Makes no sense to me why they would do that. I mean, come on. People are not making this shit up. If someone's flying over your skies, protect your people. It's that easy. That's why you fucking got elected. Though this guy probably didn't. Check out the article in the description. If you're from Australia, this might mean something to you. I promise you. Eventually, it's going to come to where places like the UK and Australia will need to come to terms with this. Because the sightings are not going to stop. They're going to continue. And you just look like a bunch of dicks in the Senate if you can't come to terms that this is something that is really, really happening. Check this out.
Only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. Patience. I'm running out of patience. There's gotta be somebody who can save me. Gotta be someone who feels the same. Cause I've been all by myself, got nobody else to help ease my mind. I feel so lonely, so goddamn lonely. Can't be the only one. No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. ease my mind. I feel so lonely, so goddamn lonely. Can't be the only one. No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one. 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 I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. 'Cause I've been all by myself, got nobody else to help ease my mind. I feel so lonely, so goddamn lonely. Can't be the only one. No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one. 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 I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one.
Don't fucking scream at me.
Where's
you
the
dumb
money?
fuck you. Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and
Alright, so I got this clip, right? This is a situation that happened over Mexico, but it was a FedEx plane. And so what you're about to hear is the actual video audio that was recorded by the two pilots on this FedEx airplane. So, you'll listen to this about 4 minutes, 47 seconds. So check it out, and then we'll go back to fill in the gaps, as they say.
It's like, oh shit, I was gonna tell you shooting star.
Shooting star, but then it stopped, huh? Yeah, let me zoom in, man. It's like an orb, man. Look at that shit. It's pulsating. Oh, this is awesome. And he's not on TCAS, man.
Huh.
Well, I can tell Rita now.
That's interesting.
That is, dude. That is shit hot. Platillos, platillos. He's a pulsating orb. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Turn on the tail light. Oh, it is on. Okay, cool. Never mind. Oh man, look at that thing, dude. Flip the TCAS switch up and see if you see anything on the display on the ND. Anything? Any TCAS returns?
No.
Okay, flip the switch down. He's definitely above our altitude. Yeah, man. This guy is not reporting TCAS. That is a unidentified flying object, bro. I can finally say I saw one now. That is cool. And it's pulsating too, man. That is nuts. Oh, I wish you would get closer. I can't believe you saw it. What's on the map below us? What city? Is it Monterrey?
We're over Toulouse.
So the nearest, because they tend to congregate around Monterrey. They'll get a lot of. Yeah, we're close. How close to Monterrey? We're about 150 miles from Monterrey. Oh man, that is phenomenal, dude! I'm so glad you saw that, and you saw it drop out of the sky and just stop.
I thought it was a shooting star, then it just stopped.
This is awesome, man. Oh, this is fucking cool. I had to call my brother-in-law. He lives in Puebla.
I mean, there's nothing flashing that I can see on it when you put
No,
the video.
but
It's like,
look how it pulses, though.
I know.
Here, let me zoom in. Jeez, man, that is freaky, man.
Crazy. You think it's a weather balloon? Is it thunderstorms?
No, No, not with lights like that.
Because it doesn't fall like that either.
No, the only weather balloon we have is near Harlingen. It's 15,000 feet AGL. This thing's above our altitude. I just can't tell. That's why I asked you to hit the TCAS, just in case it was an airplane. Dude, it's pulsing, man. Look at that.
Sí, todas las decisiones están autorizadas cuando posible prosiga directo justo para interceptar Retus 1 Alfa a la 11. Será cuando posible que el presidente me dijo
Latios.
I don't see anything on TCAS at all.
Yeah, man. And there's no strobe. I don't see a... And the fact that it dropped out of the sky like that and then stopped and hovered. He's probably just checking us out. I was going to turn on the light over there, but... Looks like he's turning away from us. That is phenomenal, man. Look at that. Yeah, they're all over Mexico, dude.
I wonder what you can do with that video. Like, if you can,
It's the,
I was like, shit, it just disappeared.
Where'd he go? Is he there? All right. Oh, it's the clouds.
It's in the clouds, yeah.
He's almost like he's over the weather or something.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, we're going to lose him in the clouds. Son of a bitch. Well, there it is. Right there, man, on my ND. There's our airplane. And there's no TCAS. There's weather about 40 miles off our left wingtip where this thing seems to have disappeared.
Yeah, I went both directions.
Yeah, there's no TCAS returns, man. It's not an airplane. It didn't have strobes or beacon or nothing. It's my first time. I'm so excited. I can say, yeah, I've seen a UFO. I got a video.
I've always
Woo!
Who the fuck is this asshole?
All right, so what you heard is two FedEx pilots who were flying a cargo plane, and they were over Mexico at this point, and they were being followed by a pulsating orb for more than 30 minutes. So you only heard about 4 minutes of their encounter being played on YouTube. So they reported this to NARCAP, and it happened back in March of this year, actually, 2021. So these guys are getting near Monterrey, Mexico, and you can hear air traffic control in Spanish from Mexico in the background. They were about 37,000 feet when this one orb came down from over them, came down to about their height, a little over, and they said that at one point during this 30-minute encounter, this orb actually shot a laser beam towards their aircraft, got a little closer to them, matched their airspeed, and eventually at the 30-minute mark, it finally just flew away. That's the kind of shit should be on a damn UAP report. Maybe the Australian Parliament would be able to read that shit. How about that? But just put that in their books. So this is the crazy shit that's being reported. The actual date in March was March 19, 2020. Actually, it was last year. It's crazy. Completely nuts. They were actually flying a Boeing 767. The one pilot was a career pilot of 19 years. He had most of that experience flying a wide-body aircraft for many major cargo companies. In addition to flying 10 years in a KC-135 refueling tanker for the Air Force. So he's no Johnny come lately. This is someone with a lot of experience. And after this particular incident, he did report it to the National Aviation Reporting Center on Anomalous Phenomena, or many of you might know it as NARCAP. Crazy. Now, the first officer is also another career pilot who flew F-15s before working in the private sector. Now, there was something in there that kept on calling off was TCAS. That is the Traffic Alert and Collision Avoidance System. This is basically is what alerts the cabin, the flight crew, as to whether or not there's things in there around the aircraft that helps them basically kind of defend against mid-air collisions. So TCAS, he was calling for TCAS basically for his for the co-pilot to check it out because the damn thing was not showing up on it. There was nothing on there. And that's why he proclaimed it to be an actual unidentified flying object. For fuck's sake, that is just, it's nuts. But there you go. This never made it into a UAP report. That's why nobody reads the damn report. Because the exciting shit is not in there. Now, the link to the actual video is included in the description. But if you want to read the article with all the extra info that was reported by these two guys, please click the link in the description. You can actually see the video. The video itself, it looks like he's holding his cell phone. And so he's recording this orb. Again, cell phone video being shot from the inside of a cockpit of an airplane outside into the darkness of basically the air as this thing is flying. The orb looks pretty out of focus. Does it pulsate? Yes, but it's completely out of focus. You don't get a good video. What you get is a reaction. He does, at certain points of the video, he does pan to the TCAS so that you can see there's nothing near them. So you do see that imagery. So you kind of make the call. I know it kind of sounds like he's really overly excited about the whole thing, but for fuck's sake, I think I would be too. If I saw a UFO, UAP, or whatever the fuck it is, I think I'd be pretty excited about it if I had technology with me that can validate that damn aircraft or that thing is not reading or is avoiding detection through, normal aircraft technology. It's not coming up on radar, not coming up on anything. It is definitely not sending out any signals identifying itself to anyone. Pretty fascinating. Now, they did make there was a question on there about weather balloons. Yeah, let's be honest, the thing is probably flying at about 500 to 600 miles an hour. I don't think a weather balloon would keep up with it and join it and match its speed in the same direction they're going. So I think the weather balloon thing is just fucking gone. Right out the damn window. It just got popped. So there's more to that story. Check it out. Now, they did say that the names of the pilots were not provided, but for fuck's sake, I'm sure somebody can recognize that voice, especially as excited as that guy was. There's no doubt somebody heard his story, and it sounded exactly like that when he told it. So, like I said, check out the link in the description. It's a pretty cool story, but it just shows you that if you let the government run this UAP, UFO research and investigation, you literally are going to be barking up the wrong tree. Okay, you're not going to get to the real sightings that regular folks are reporting every day throughout the U.S. and hell throughout the world, except for Australia.
Take it too far, now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. Like a fish on land. Had it take it too far. Now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. But I'm deep, deep down on the bottom of a well. I don't belong, can't you tell? This place must be hell. No more cookies in this jar. Did I take it too far? Now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land.
I know what you've seen is what those Navy pilots saw in 2004, and there have been some 300 sightings.
I don't know about orbs. Orbs are just, I feel like orbs really are just out of focus phenomena. I understand there's something there. I can go that far, but I just think the shit's fucking out of focus. That's why it's an orb. I don't really think that orbs are a thing. I don't know. I just don't know. That's why we're here. That's why we're here to talk shit about UFOs and UAPs. This story that I've gotten now, it's clickbait. It really is. It's quick. It's a quick story for us today, but it's clickbait because only the beginning part of it has anything to do with, our topic of conversation here on the Tempest Universe. The rest of it has to do with climate change. It is the weirdest thing how they tied the two fucking things together, but it's about getting people to read, and so they got me. If you click on it, they're going to get you too. But the way it started was really fascinating. The title for this article is, Would Russia or China help us if we were invaded by space aliens? Like, that's a showstopper, right? I want to know. I mean, I know what the answer is, but I want to know. I've seen it in movies. The answer is no. Until we get totally destroyed, then, then we want to, connect, right? Yeah. Forget about it. There was an essay that was written by an individual by the name of Rob Litwack, who is an arms control expert at the Wilson Center. It said he recalled a question, because he's been around forever, that President Ronald Reagan apparently posed to Mikhail Gorbachev, the Soviet leader at the time. And this is during the 1985 Lake Geneva Summit. Now we know, Ronnie, he liked to throw aliens into his speeches, what a world we'd be if an alien adversary from somewhere came to attack us and we all got together, kumbaya. I kind of have lived it. It didn't exactly go that way, but you got the gist of it. Gorbachev, according to Litwack, he says that President Reagan suddenly turned to him one day while they were at Lake Geneva. He said, what would you do if the United States were suddenly attacked by someone from outer space? Would you help us? That's a fucked up question to ask somebody, right? Like you're at a summit, and you say, hey, Gorby, come over here. You lick your hand a little bit, you kind of polish his birthmark on his forehead. You say, hey, let me ask you something. It's one of those questions where if you didn't know about the topic, like if your own country did not have some kind of UFO shit going on, you would really look at him all crazy and just fucking walk away. Like you'd call your Secret Service and say, hey, keep him away from me. He's weird. The answer, though, was no doubt about it. Reagan replied, we too. To which Gorbachev concluded, so that's interesting. this was it was the only fucking part of the article that meant anything as far as this podcast is concerned. Because, you know, I'm not into global warming, but this is just a situation that's is really interesting because here you have the superpowers at the time, you know, in the 80s. You know, old Reagan and Gorbachev had something going on. They were a little bit close to each other. Maybe they shared a probing. I don't know. Same probe, both ends. But there was like I don't know, like a kinship between them. They enjoyed each other's company. Gorbachev, he loved the movie star from back in the days. Because he used to like watching his cowboy films. And Ronnie just loved how cute and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Gorbachev looked like. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But it's a weird question to ask another superpower about being attacked by aliens. It just makes no sense. Now, of course, there's no context to this. They don't tell us what happened after that. Did they, exchange secret decoder rings? I don't know. Did they pat each other on the ass like if they were in a football game? Nobody fucking knows. You probably have to write Rob Litwack and ask him what the hell happened afterwards. But then the article just takes a whole fucking twist here. A twist that even comes to the conclusion that maybe we shouldn't have an arms race or a space race. It should be an Earth race. That maybe the superpowers of the world should be competing to save the planet, not leave it. There's a mention in there that currently old Biden is attending such talks regarding global warming, and Li Ping-Ching-Wing, and what's the other guy's name? Oh yeah, Putin. Neither one of them joined them to be part of these talks. Like, they give no fucks. They're done with global warming. It is what it is. I mean, you kind of have to make up your own mind about global warming. So if you want to read the article and find out what this particular author is getting to regarding how, we and the Russians and the Chinese probably would have saved each other from an alien invasion, but give no fucks about global warming, this is the article for you. If you're interested in the fact that there was such an exchange between Reagan and Gorbachev, like I was, I want more of that. So, might have to find out what this conversation is really about, thanks to Rob Litwack. And maybe, out of his essay, we can find out what else regarding aliens and UFOs these two leaders of the superpowers in the 80s had shared about. It's just crazy to think that they actually even talked about that stuff in the middle of a Lake Geneva summit. Just nuts.
Said they wanna see my house.
Not sure if you guys remember that Deuce Bigelow, the space gigolo, Robert Bigelow, for Bigelow Aerospace, he started this new organization called the Bigelow Institute for Consciousness Studies, and they had a contest. They had a big friggin' contest, right, where you could win one of three prizes: $500,000, $300,000, or $150,000, and 11 more winners of $50,000 a pop. If you could give your best explanation of what happens to the consciousness once you die, once you drop dead and kick the damn bucket, what happens to your consciousness? And you know, he's had all these experiences at Skinwalker Ranch, and a lot of stuff wasn't explained, and he's had a lot of personal loss, so fuck it, why not put it to a contest? So the winner of the $500,000, the name was already released. And geez Louise, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. But apparently he's well known. He writes a lot of fucking books. And the name, what the hell? The name of this individual, get here for just a second. Jeffrey Mishlove won the $500,000 Biggs competition first prize. Look at that. By the way, it is Dr. Jeffrey Mishlove. He does have a lot of books out there in the Amazon world and the internet. And he actually runs an organization that kind of talks about stuff like this as well. So there you go. Congratulations, Doc. You won the $500,000 prize. Now, I don't know if they'll make that available as far as what he wrote. It was 25,000 words or less in order to enter the competition. So it'll be interesting to see if old Deuce Bigelow, Space Gigolo, and Bix will actually print that for us so that we can learn a little bit about what other people think happens to your consciousness after you kick the bucket. By the way, that was actually reported by George Knapp on the Twitterverse. So if you follow George Knapp, you already know who the winner was. This next article is more like an update because while I was in Florida, I was like, I wanted to make it over to Cape Canaveral because I figured they were getting ready for the next Crew Dragon mission to the ISS because it's supposed to be coming out of Cape Canaveral. But I never made it over there, so I was kind of bummed. But the weather was just, there was many times during those days I was down there where the weather was just fucking nasty. And a lot of the beaches were closed due to rip currents. So, while I still enjoyed nature and just being away, I was thinking, I was going to miss the launch of the Crew Dragon, but it turns out it was canceled. For the first time since 1990, NASA canceled the mission due to a medical issue. Medical issue for one of the crew members, which was not disclosed. It wasn't due to COVID, and it wasn't an emergency. They apparently just weren't ready due to a medical concern, whatever the hell it is. Now, which is fairly interesting, right? Because these guys are going to be hanging on the ISS, so it apparently maybe it's a hangnail. I don't know. Maybe they had the shits. You know, you don't want to get into the ISS and, block up that $1 billion toilet. That'd be fucked up. Nowhere to go, right? So, I don't know what it was. They're not disclosing it. They're keeping it secret. Like I mentioned, the last time that this happened was 1990. And it happened to the folks on the Space Shuttle Atlantis. The mission commander, John Crean, fell sick, and so the countdown was delayed for 3 days until NASA could clear that due to a medical condition. So that's what's happening right now, so we don't know. It could be the flu, it could be something simple. Like I said, it could be the shits. I wonder how many of them go into space with the shits. I just don't know. Now, even that flight, the Space Shuttle Atlantis, back in 1990, They were actually delayed 2 additional times due to the weather, because it is Florida. I mean, what the fuck can you do? It rains. The fucking place, it rains. And sometimes you just don't expect it. So right now, the Crew Dragon is expected to take off on Saturday, 11:36 p.m. So it is kind of late. And that 2-stage Falcon 9 is waiting to get these guys, this crew of 4, up to the International Space Station. So we'll see. We'll see if it happens. I would think that anything that's in a medical emergency, that they would reschedule anyway. I would think that it's something simple. It's nothing horrific. I'm sure these astronauts are in pretty good shape, and they're ready to make their way to the ISS and fart shit up. Mess things up. Test stuff. They do some scientific research. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Actually, in this article, it doesn't say what they're doing, but who knows? Nonetheless, Saturday we'll have another launch, and hopefully everything will go well for everyone. This is the end of the podcast today. Thank you guys for listening. And like I said, we're going to get this Christmas spirit up going, especially for the guys who are in the live chat, because especially they need some of this. I mean, you should see some of the shit they're posting, but the only way you're going to see it is if you join the podcast live, go to Spreaker.com. They need some holiday in their life. They do. They need someone to bring that cheer, because they're not doing well. They're not. Deuces.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dose. Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out below. Keep it a buck, I don't always been one up on all of these. They be trying to front for all of these. I ain't got time cause they all in they feelings. Ice to the gang and we making a killing. It's 2020 and they notice a vision. You be the hero, I'm playing the villain. The underdogs and we walk in the building. We getting money, yeah, they think that we dealing. They talking hot, yeah, if they opponents and we won't stop till we all touch a million. Don't ever forget, but we probably forgive them. I'm living, taking the cards that was given. My blessings is already written. Wrapped it a ribbon, putting ourselves in positions to making some major decisions. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out below. Look, I'm trying to get where I'm going, but haters be trolling, that's where they thinking you got me right where you want me. I tell a ghost just ducked up. Sending them shots, we send them back. Yeah, ain't really bout that. Run, it's always bounce back. Need more hands just to count that. Stay on my bully, I need me more breeze just so we can get the team right. Loaded up fully, dogs on a leash, and you be knowing that's a scary sight. Don't happen overnight. Work smarter with some sacrifice. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Mix it up, now you got a slice. We bridging the gap, they want us to rap, so fuck we back. Yeah. Drew need a plaque, we turn to the max, and we never lacked. Yeah. Been in my bag, it's a drag, I'm feeling jet lagged. Yeah. Came back for vacation, I ain't unpacked, cause I'm going back. Facts, ooh, double the racks. TD the bank, your CD's blank, your Cuban is link. Smoking that dank, pour up the drink, fill up the tank. Do you think I ain't the one, but I'm the one? Poodles out, he gon' dumb. You hear them drums, came from the slums, they know we the ones, yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out below. Keep it a buck, I don't fuck with you.
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, after me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck